Back and forth that just doesn't seem to want to stop. It's the CEO clear that is giving us these kills. Over in the main lobby in ATMs, you can see there's another player being stopped by Rafael.
This is such a hard fight for a castle to win, especially against Zolfia.
Barricade not fully prepped, and Neo's going to get our RECIPROCITY because of that, though. Lems is still alive. He'll land a nice shot onto Neo in the post plant. Last attacker, not known, though. You can see Lems is looking for that last player. That's Emo on the other side of the castle barricade. Shotgun, soft destruction, sees the enemy, lands the shot. Beautiful
No way!
Lems, and he's got...
Negated the strength that a smoke has, holding one of the main avenues. That's a beautiful nade tossed on in, and now the castle is next on deck as Emorin walks over the corpse of Diesel. There's another frag grenade, but below, Lems with two!
Much ready for the peek from our fencing player here, Retro. So to be very careful about how he proceeds. However, Kanto seems to be on the losing end of this. Retro just barely giving away his own head, and Kanto finally getting picked by Foxe on an alternate window.
Yeah, moved a little bit too far and was able to be seen from the soft destruction that's inside of the yellow staircase. Overall, pretty good play from RECIPROCITY, but now they have the clock to beat, and G2 still has a lot of utility to go through, especially with being able to deny utility across practically the entire site. But another big pick comes out for Vert. That'll be Sir Boss. No more usage for those Evil Eyes. You can only see through them. You cannot use them to laser beam anybody. But having Pengu and Fabian still alive is very, very important. Those goo mines as well as those toxic babes of the smoke can deny it so much time. Oh, a nice shot from Pengu. Just a little bit of damage though. We are going for the actual take now. Vert with the triple kill. Two nice headshots. That's exactly what you expect from him. But
Window is open to his backside, so he's going to be very careful about trying to apply any bandit batteries to that right wall from his perspective. Anyways, left wall for the attackers. However, here comes a little bit of utility to try to get rid of him. They do have the extra reinforcement going down there, although I don't think that's enough to stop the Zofia, should it be positioned properly. Figure that out for myself in just a second here as we have the first batteries coming in, the first grenades to try and knock it out. Vert's going to try and get the battery down, and it is looking like it is successfully tricked on the first attempt. So that's one exo gone from Sir Boss. He'll have one more try at that if they want to do it again.
well, the main issue is we're out of concussions and we're also out of EMPs. Once again, thank you, Ubisoft, for this amazing spectation system. We greatly appreciate you. This wall is not getting open, Blue. The only way that they get this open is if they get Kanto downstairs. No, it's definitely more than that. We're 2020, my friend.
Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah, so it'd be like 18 months, because Premiere is obviously...
That's a year and 6 months.
Yeah, so it's 18 months.
Meanwhile, we're missing the action here. Beautiful C4 coming out from RECIPROCITY. There you go. Case in point right there. Knocks out... They don't want to leave it if they have a choice in the matter here. Trying to delay this as much as humanly possible, and so far they've done a good job at that, but Rec is getting closer.
Oh my God.
Got the Zofia. Vert, what are you doing? Just walking right. He didn't even see the Maestro at first, but that doesn't matter. He's going to be able to move it. Only gets one. His next assist on the second to take out Pengu. So much control gone their way. Kitchen Hatch is going to go down for free. Retro with the next pickup. G2 are falling apart at the seams, and there you go. A perfect round for RECIPROCITY.
Animation. Vertical tries to cut off the rotate here, and he will. Who has the diffuser, though? It's going to be on Retro, who's currently planting behind the bomb chassis. They've shut down every single angle possible, but no! Oh my! He gets it through the floor. Magic happened with this diffuser, but he's going to need G2 to help him. Nitro cell pours in, but it's not able to stop anyone. Uno with a quick shot takes down one, but Retro immediately trades it, and it just kills back and forth. Sir Boss has to stick this plant, and he does. 40 seconds on the clock now, but it's all left up to RECIPROCITY. A nice trade here, but it's a 1 versus 2. Actually, a 1 versus 1 between these two. 45 in hand. Sir Boss has been downed. Don't believe he can pick him up. It's in between these two. Retro has an enemy at his feet. Still plenty of time now, though, as Kanto's rotated all the way down the hallway. He didn't kill Sir Boss either, so Sir Boss is a makeshift drone for the time being. A pre-fire, but doesn't claim too much. Looks like he's just going to stick to the diffuser, and Sir Boss can raid this out to him. He's going to continue to stick it. Does he have time? He's going to have time. Go for a run out instead, but there's not going to be too much for him. He could possibly get this kill inside of stock. He is in such a power position right now. They have no idea where Fox is. There's not a single drone over here, no air jabs, anything. Plant's going to go off. Does he see the man on the ground? Oh my god, he doesn't! Fox! Oh no! That might be the entire round, all because he didn't see the Ash lane down. Pengo and Uno into the post plant, and this is everything for Reciprocity with two of the worst guns to use on the defense. Retro all by himself in a post plant. Is he going to go for the stick? He's got someone very close to his right. He goes for the stick. The stun grenade comes in. He's still trying for it. Does Retro get it?
But not before getting the diffuser down. This is now a retake situation. Virtue will try to hit them with the nitro, but will be unsuccessful. Dan has managed to position himself outside of the pool door. He's just going to hold back now and try to wait for any sort of diffuse attempt. We've got KENDREW upstairs who will be taken down by Mentalist. That could be a big kill. Dan is now aware that somebody has moved past. He has to progress forward and do something about this. 1 and 2, and Dan will finish the first round for Empire there. Diffuser down, Joystick will get the kill onto Lusty, and that now leaves us 5 versus 2. Things looking a little dicey for Fnatic here, to say the least. In comes a drone, in comes a challenge. Magnet gets one. Shepard trades it out with a kill onto Magnet, and that now leaves Mentalist in a 1 versus 4. 1 versus 3 as he takes Shepard off the board and gets the diffuser down. This could be a potential clutch for Mentalist here. He has the diffuser beneath his feet. He can keep himself safe behind the reinforcement. 10 seconds to go. Empire have to push here. He knows that. That's another kill. 1v2, 1v1, and the clutch comes in from Mentalist.
To be fair, it's definitely not been the dominant affair that at the very least I, if not everyone else, expected coming into this fixture. Virtue's still hanging around here inside of Theaton with a beautiful little spray into Scyther. Brings him down before he can do anything. Wasn't even looking for a fight. But Virtue says, I don't care. He needs to disappear. Knows one more's got off towards the right-hand side here, towards the double window. And they still need to be contesting this one right now. Going to find a spray coming through. It's going to be yet another kill for Virtue. Even in the interview, we saw them saying at the start...
Inside at the moment, and one thing that I think this map has done, if nothing else for Fnatic, is maybe, I'm not saying they had any fear of Empire, but you know, you'd be wrong. Really, you'd be wrong not to be afraid of playing Empire. They are such a good and dominant team, and everybody knows that. So coming in here, and for now,
Magnet got here.
Success just tells you that it removes that fear from them. Out comes the nade and forces Scyther away. Virtue gets the kill onto Dan, and Magnet gets one onto Shepard, and already site control is in the hands of Fnatic, and they can think about potentially even getting a diffuser down here. As it comes, there will be a challenge from 90.
Oh my god.
Magnet will get himself another 2. That's a triple on the round, and there's a potential for 4 for him. Scyther and Joystick being the victims. KENDREW now left all alone, and it won't take long for Mentalist to finish. In luggage from Roof, and that is something that they need to be more aware of. Here comes the attempt at the execute. They've started to bait out the utility, so that is one toxic babe down. They don't have time to bait that. Huge C4 from KENDREW, not expected by Fnatic as they try to move. And you see somebody's got 5 kills, but then if they've got 3 plants, and you can see that, it tells you that they're just fulfilling another task and that they are contributing to the team. So that's a nice addition. How about this? Oh my god! A huge start from Virtue. Blows going back and forward. Dan with a huge kill onto Magnet. 5 seconds left to go. Fnatic have to make something happen. Lusty is in sight with the diffuser. Jumps in, gets one. Cannot
the echo
go for the plant. How many times have we seen the Yokai draw?
But sadly doesn't land those crucial shots. It's a 4 versus 1, and Fnatic are going to find themselves still winless, it feels, in this first half, as we're about to roll into the final round. Of course, assuming Virtue doesn't spend the next 35 seconds doing nothing. That is a drop shot and a half, by the way. What a play. Finds himself a double kill. But still, it's 3 members left alive, and we've already seen Virtue
Valkyrie's head on the stairs and reacted instantly with a fantastic kill onto Lusty. He's really had a storming game this time out. We see the diffuser go down now. Magnet in a 1 versus 2 after he manages to clear Dan out. The problem is he has an active diffuser that he needs to disable. He moves in. Is he going to catch one of the Empire members there just on the stairs with his back towards him? Is he going to catch him? That's an interesting one. Joystick just flanking around. Magnet has the potential to get in there. He has a little think about going for the disable, I think, but he knows he needs to move and get at least 1 kill now. As one he will get onto Cider. This could be a 1 versus 3 disable clutch if he can make this. Last challenge coming in now to Joystick. He's going to start going for the disable. Joystick will move in. He's moved away and he'll get the kill. What a play from Magnet. But
3v3 with that clock running down. It's a tough spot to be in now for Rogue. Still some utility for TSM. PYSCHO gets spotted. It's 2 kills though, 1 for either team. Aces will need to push up. He's going to be in a battle to the death with Bolo. He's got to rotate hole as well. But who's going to win this one? Both members of TSM looking in the same position. Time is running out for Rogue. Down goes Corey. It's Aces in a 1v2. Is he going to be able to do anything with this? He finds one. Time is on his side. He's got only 1 second. Is he going to be able to make it? No, that shouldn't be it.
It's so close,
It's going to come down to the wire, but we have the time at the top. I don't think he's going to get it. No, TSM wins it. Below. And they'll just await the entry from Rogue. Rogue, of course, with a numbers advantage, but knowing the way that the site plays out, a 3v4 isn't that big of an advantage when you consider Garage on console. Geo takes a huge chunk of damage, but Merc greets Hicks. Soul 2 for Mark. PYSCHO gets in on the action, and TSM has one of their best performances so far in this matchup. Merc's not going to be able to get any more on yellow stairs. But there's this cross section that you see, a number of openings inside of the wall. Rips will have to go for the defuse, but he knows that he's as good as dead as Geo on the hunt. He comes down yellow stairs and...
They want to clear upstairs. They've got a minute left. This IGL call is solid. I'm guessing that they've detected that there's a lot of anchors on site for TSM and that could be an easy clear upstairs. But they're actually going to lose Corey in that attempted clear of the top floor. I don't know where Bolo was, but yeah, it looks like by Visa stairs maybe. Corey went down.
TSM's roam has been excellent so far. Oh, there's a Chief from below. He's been great with the C4s on console. That's his second. Geo pushes up. Only a couple bullets, but a shotgun will win that fight. And very nearly a flawless round now. TSM seem to have regained their composure after that previous round where Rogue cooled things off. Hicks will look for his very first kill, but Deadman walking at that point as TSM takes some lumps from that aggressive play, but there's a C4 from Merc that will connect to Aces, and he tucks him into bed.
That's really big because Aces was actually the one applying so much pressure to these roamers upstairs, and now they've got free reign. They pretty much could do whatever they want. That C4 from below and the C4s from TSM throughout this match have been one of their biggest saving graces. Absolutely huge there for TSM.
These opening duels have been so integral for both of these teams. Rogue led the way on map number 1. It's actually fairly even so far through Consulate with 3 for TSM and 2 for Rogue. It's constant reminder that we need to give to people that these opening duels have such an influence on the round, especially when they happen early. They're going to triple up, though, for TSM, as Rogue will now tread water for a minute and a half with the round virtually unwinnable at this point. A 2v5 for the European team.
It really does look like what I said earlier, it's a role reversal, because right now, TSM looked like Rogue looked in the first half of the first map. Now in the first half of the second map. An aggressive play here from Merc. He gets his 3rd kill. It's all on Rise now. Now, Rise has actually been really impressive through this match. He's been landing his shots quite a lot. But I don't think he's got an ace in him with 1 minute in this situation. And there it is.
Doesn't even have a single kill, Michael. Flawless round for TSM again.
To the roamers, we've got quite a lot of them, actually. 4 roamers. Bolo's going to get the lead-off kill for TSM. He's the one played on Vigil now. Geo has let that role slip over to someone else's hands. All well and good. Geo's playing Legion, also roaming. But he's got a fallback potential. I think he actually may have already fallen back. Yeah, he went through the stock drop down back into sight because Dirt Tunnel reinforced door was opened up. No droning upstairs, and Achieved will get aces. Now, the reason there's no droning is because you can see that hacked MOZZIE drone. That's in Garage. That drone was supposed to go up garage rafters and then come into server and then cache and then the stairs and then spot Chieved. But because the Chieved had that pest, the drone just didn't come in for Rogue, and now they're down one more person.
This is a very North American strategy that we've actually seen get exported from the region, and it's been popularized by a team that actually played Clubhouse in the very first match on the mainstream against Navi, which is Space Station.
Yeah.
They love to run a roam setup on the Spaceman, and it's enabled by the fact that you have all these different operators which are capable of shutting down information. It's going to be a very quick rush into the site from Rogue, as I think they assess we're already down 2, we might as well go for broke.
Looks like he won the fight against Aces, who was trying to push into Lounge to counter the C4 from below. Geo C4 misses. So does Bolos. A nice entry here from Corey. Hicks is actually going to get one at the top of the stairs, too. They have full site control. It's all on Geo to retake his own bomb site. He's got one player on low HP, though, and he knows what the plant is going down, as is evident by the marks. Or he has to. There's the denial. Only 2 seconds to live. And he makes it. TSM take their... from Bolo. And here's the mark and the kill. That is what you get. You've got good information outside. I think that was a default cam. There's no Valkyrie. Was that a default cam? It might have been. Yeah, it was. That's a default cam that just allowed for that kill. Achieved, meanwhile, gonna get his 3rd kill in this round, and it's suddenly all on Corey. There it is, a flawless round. Bolo gets a 2nd.
Tick away at him, but they wasted 40 seconds and Bolo is there just to take one of them down. So now Rogue have full control of Garage, but 25 seconds to be able to pull off that execute. They've got a single reinforced panel they'll have to confront yet again. The Kaid at the top of red stairs can be a difference maker, but Corey is just waiting ever so patiently for him to push. Great shot from Bolo, loses some HP. The wall will blow up and he'll have to head on back as it's now a retreat for TSM. There's one for Pojo Man onto Corey. The red stairs push does not pay off. C4 goes. It connects onto Rips. He'll have to go for the plant, but no, Bolo, 3 huge kills. And it's 5-0 for TSM over Rogue. Doesn't kill.
Doesn't. The drop down seems will be opened though. 2nd time is the charm, as the Aces is not going to try again for an impact trip. Even if he had the impacts, he's not got enough HP to make a crossover from Bolo. That's a lot of damage incurred there from just some Legion traps, and he's going to continue to not check and incur even more damage from 4 total Legion traps now. 5 Legion traps puts Bolo at 50 HP, and the gas canisters are going to chip away with the C4 to add to it. Bolo doesn't get to play the round, and now it's all on Pojo Man.
Great coverage from TSM, 2-2. And the diffuser goes down. It's achieved in Pojo with Corey holding the match on the line, and the objective play from TSM might have just put this match out of reach for Rogue. You got the timer at the top, beautifully played by Corey. He'll gun down achieved. Pojo Man at 75 HP versus Corey at full HP. And what are you gonna do? The smoke, no utility, no nothing. If Pojo peeks, he's doomed. But no, Corey will take the fight. Slowly through the doorway, sees the Hibana, doesn't do any damage to Pojo. No, Pojo's still up, is he?
Yeah.
He is indeed, and Pojo comes on in. Corey's defusing, Pojo needs to hurry, and there you go! He'll get the... Here is that we've seen, especially in the BDS matchup, that you can kind of just ignore it and move somewhere else. Opening pick between these 2 teams, these 2 juggernauts, will come in the hands of a Nitro Cell, and it will be Dark Zero. Shotgun blast out, frag grenade goes down, Mint secures, that's a very risky gambit. He pushes on up, there goes a flash, and down goes Yuna. Everybody's feeding themselves to Mint. Invitational.
And yeah, you were right. FaZe were the only Latin American team to make it out of groups at Raleigh. That was a different time, though. Whoa, okay, speaking of different time, there's kills going on, and everyone's dead, just like that. Hyper, the last DZ player left alive. FaZe in a 3 versus 1. Okay, what an entry. The DZ didn't let go of control, to be fair to them, but they come out decisively at a disadvantage here. Lifeline's going to make Hyper's life very difficult here in the 1v3. As he gets hit for a 2nd time, he's eliminated by Cameraman, and what a collapse from...
C4 going to come from. Ion guns down Hyper. Dark Zero gets called on over to Square, but FaZe is locked out for now. Hot and Cold does some magic work on his own, and he'll put it into a 2-2. Still on rappel as Astro, and this is where things get really, really challenging. Hot and Cold and Skies are there. Mav gets down, so you're gonna have to fly out the window, distract him, go for broke! There it is, Hot and Cold, 4 kills! And it'll free up Skies to go for the defuse if he was not downed. So Hot and Cold will now need to run on back in. There's no way he's gonna make it, and he knows it. Nowhere near enough time. Heartbreaking. But that's the round for FaZe Clan. It's a Pyrrhic victory for Dark Zero. The marathon mile for Hot and Cold. He's not even going to make it back to the diffuser in time, and it's a 3-3 split through the first half. Anybody on Dark Zero might be it for FaZe. Astro finds his magic, taking out Eclipse, that gets gunned down by Mint, so at least if you're Dark Zero, you're trying to keep it even. Yuna's been down, so it's Cameraman in a 1v3. Diffuser's going down by Hot and Cold on the desk. C4 is going to get tossed, will not connect. Dark Zero will get the play down. What a drop! As you see Mint hit the ground, and he breakdances right in front of Cameraman. No chance for him there at all. Dark Zero. At least hasn't been since round number 5. Inside of Escape Tunnel is Eclipse. He goes to toss a simple flashbang in and loses most of his HP and then gets blinded by Hot and Cold. Oh my goodness, Dark Zero, everything falling apart for you. And all we hear is tinnitus. Cameraman's on cams and, well, he lives up to his namesake. Mint goes for 2, gets them. 20 seconds left. Air jab also will knock one member of FaZe over. So there's information now that Mint is going to have at his disposal. But he'll go for the death drop. He'll twist and turn and have to find one member of FaZe before he can find the timeout, or just simply in-game calls that Mint is going to be better served playing, just lying on the ground, waiting.
Look at this angle from Hyper. The reason he's doing this is he can allow the C4s to land.
Oh my goodness.
No
Those
way.
bullet holes, he's just looking for the Maverick. Can he deal damage? Yes, he can on the Cameraman. That is a devastating victory here, as Hyper is the only one who's taken any damage. Everybody is still alive. 20 seconds, and holy hell, this is going to get messy. Would you expect it to be any other way? First one down is Astro. Hyper is there, and now Hot and Cold will just barge right into the middle of the site. Down goes Hyper to Ion as FaZe is able to dominate the kill feed. Another from Ion. He gets punished by Mint. Yuna's in on the action. Skies will need to plant, but Mav at the final second will give FaZe the edge. Mudroom. Mint fires a little bit too early, gives his position away, but that Alda's got so many bullets that he can begin to hold the trigger down now, but he gets pinched from the back. Ion is there. It's a run out from Eclipse. What does he see? He finds one. Hyper gets rid of Mav as well. Diffuser goes down, but it's a 1v2, and it's Astro faithfully executing his role. He's got 2 hard walls next to him. This is going to be almost impossible. The F2 low on ammunition. He manages to find the Jaeger pistol out. No way, it just happened. Astro, oh my goodness. Will be done to Hyper as his head gets blown back. And there's an adrenaline surge too. Hyper's pushed up.
Oh, plant.
Hear the sound of the plant going down. Wonderful hold as Astro takes out Hyper. Oh, and an even better shot from Eclipse as the diffuser is planted. Mav's there to take out Skies. Hot and Cold takes Yuna down. C4 gets tossed up, and it catches Astro. Diffuser is being worked on. Hot and Cold's only a second away, and he was down. As you can hear, with next to no HP.
This is not a winnable, or not an outright winning position for either team, but as Hotton gets Yuna, it's looking much better for DZ. And there's Hyper as well, getting camera. Now it's all in the Sunrise Bar players for FaZe. Now, granted, Mav does have the Alda in hand, and Astro's been really fragging out, but he's going to go for a long rotation, get cut off in that rotation. It's all on Mav now. He gets 2! A beautiful flick there from Mav, and he's got plenty of ammo and ammunition left. That's 3! Pistol out now. Not enough ammo in the Alda. There's only a few seconds left, but he can't get the 4th. Their gamble has not exactly paid off. They're going to have to fight a standard kitchen hold here. Maybe there would be more soft destruction on FaZe. Can I see the details, please? Because I want to know how many breaching charges we've got here. Looks like 1 set and a sledge. So that's plenty for kitchen. So I don't think it's really going to change anything for FaZe. They're fine.
It's a It's going to be a rush from FaZe. That's the real question. GOYO shield goes off, and Yuna will be the first one on in. C4 tossed, it connects. You see Ion go flying across the room, and Yuna will see his teammate's corpse as he rushes. Hyper will have to get back into the site, and he will just very slowly tiptoe down those red stairs. Diffuser being planted from Yuna. Oh, Av is downed, so it's a 1v2. Yuna has not moved an inch. Waiting for the call as they can peek out and possibly trade this off. C4 will be in ample distraction. Position given away. There's one from Yuna. He's in a 1v1 and he wins it against Eclipse. The sledge. And Skies is putting in great work this round. There goes Yuna. Say goodbye. Astro finds Skies. Very limited HP. The IQ comes to the rescue. Down goes Mav and Astro. And it's all on Ion's shoulders in a 1v2. Everybody's got full HP. No utility left for the smoke, but the time will definitely favor the defense. Unable to control the SMG-11. Ion will have to get a little bit closer, but it's match point for Dark Zero. Now you can see that Skies is obviously fired up. An awful lot of work as the plant goes down from hot and cold, and things are going to get tough for FaZe. Hot and cold will just inch away, and it might actually be even tougher for DZ. It's a 1v2, but look at Ion's HP. Look at Mav's position. He only got dealt damage earlier on. So what do you do if you're down as hot and cold? You're going to give calls, and Hyper is going to rely on that. You are essentially just a drone at this point, but now you're gone. If both members of FaZe stack up, this is very winnable. Waiting for the smoke to push out. Now Mav is going to have to engage, and he knows that he's pressed for time. Hyper just narrowly missing the shot as he'd already taken the smoke out of action. He sees the gun barrel, and that's it. Dark Zero will knock FaZe down.
That is not the start that Navi will have wanted here. Now, it's interesting, we've seen Navi try to play this top floor defense. If you remember, they did exactly the same in round 1 against Fours, week 1 of Pro League, and they had the same outcome. They got absolutely decimated up on the top floor. It's not worked again this time, so that's maybe something that they need to think about reviewing. We've got BOSCO in here as Ibana just opening that kitchen hatch up, so that's going to start applying pressure to the 3 on site as well now.
I'm somewhat surprised because with CTZN and Pi playing on Vigil and Castle respectively, you have impact nades there, and they could have denied that going off, but no attempt was really made. Perhaps interesting to note as well, I was just about to talk about him, we've currently got the Vigil playing on site, not commonly where you would see him, and normally would be a roamer. Rampy finds a triple kill, and this is a way to make a name for yourself in the first round. 3 kills going his way. This round is all coming up Rampy.
Rampy is an absolute demon, and he's on a tear from round number 1. The potential for an ace is still there. The potential for an ace is real as Rampy comes in with kill number 4, taking the Vigil off the board. That leaves Pi all alone. He will get one onto Pulse. He has to go 1 versus 5. He won't be able to. And Rampy finishes things off, starts us off with a bang. 6 Invitational. Rampy, welcome to Canada.
Oh my. Back onto BOSCO. 20 seconds remain, and SSG have got to move fast.
They really do, and move fast they are as they head into site. They've got that soft wall opened up with now the garage control. That's going to open up the default plant spot, and we can see they've moved in there, and Canadian is getting that plant down. Oh, what a C4 toss from Saves though, taking Canadian off the board. That will prevent the diffuser being planted, and Navi will win the round on time.
Situation, which on a number of instances so far on this map have really come back to bite them.
This is absolute Roam 101 from KENDREW here. If you want to learn how to roam, watch this round back. He's got a kill, he's moved his location. He's got a kill, he's moved his location. Rampy coming in and saying, let's not worry about those roamers though, with a nade coming in onto NELO.
For this map, but look at this. This is the beautiful stuff that you love to see, creeping their way in undetected. This is going to be a rush. This is their response to SSG's strat.
And this is what I said, it's about disrupting SSG. BOSCO comes in with a huge double kill there. Fultz will get the 3rd, and unfortunately Navi's attempts to circumvent SSG's defenses just fall flat. I like the idea. That's what you need to do. You cannot play into, you cannot just lean into SSG's defensive strategies because they are polished, they are organised, and they will win them. You have to try and do something different. We've got Citizen deep in sight now. He finds himself in a 1 versus 2 after a flurry of kills. 2 drones left alive and active. So he's going to be getting fed information from his teammates at least, hopefully. He does have the diffuser by his side and can collect it. He does have an option to get that down if he wants to. But with a minute 10 on the clock, he's in no rush. He has plenty of time. He's got... And this is something I've seen from SSG that they've suffered with previously, and that's when somebody is in sight with a diffuser, they actually allow it to be planted, and it puts them on the back foot at that point.
You've just seen, though, what he's done. He's positioned his drone there, watching in towards the main corridor, this room that he was watching into just then. So his team can sit on that drone and give him the intel. That means he can now go for a plant, and immediately Canadian's response is, let's rotate. The thing is, he's got this active, they don't know, but isn't going to find a kill in time. It still comes through for Citizen. Can he find it again? A triple kill. He has the capability to destroy this strat from SSG and blow things open. Admittedly, it comes down to a clutch situation. Plant was going down once again to try and bait him back in. There is still so much time remaining, and I imagine that drone is still sat there watching. It's Rampy versus Citizen, the head-to-head that we showed you back at the very start, but it's Citizen trying to go for a kill, creeping his way in. Probably not a lot of intel out there right now for the defensive side. Coming up behind him, this could be a quadra kill. This could be everything to close things out for them. 10 seconds remaining. Rampy's still got his back facing the wrong way. Citizen creeps in, looks round to the left, looking the wrong way, turns around the last second. The kill doesn't come through. Rampy does it big for the boys and takes the round.
We can see there PYSCHO deploying the smoke grenade, but that's another interesting point. How long did that take to happen? And this is what I'm talking about by defending from the back of sight, but thinking they're defending those yellow stairs much better than they did last time. Citizen was allowed to dominate there, but now Citizen and Pi have both tried and both lost their life to it, and that is an area that you can directly defend the plant spots from, so they need to be moving Thinking Nade away, not allowing him to play there. We can see NELO on the yellow stairs now. He is going to be challenged. Thinking Nade in with 1, nearly gets 2. KENDREW and SAVES will get themselves kills. PYSCHO will finish NELO off, so that now leaves us in a 2 versus 2. Diffuser going down at this point, and it will be successful. Rampy gets 1 onto KENDREW. We've got a diffuser down, and it is being protected upstairs by SAVES, but he can't get an angle. He's not going to be able to do a thing. Always get something new. There's always a new angle, a new push, a new tactic.
Citizen being droned in here as well by SAVES, as you saw a second ago. Now they know what's going on. Try and push it aggressively. No one was watching the right angle. Citizen finds 2. How on earth have SSG left this open? Almost finds himself a 3rd, but Thinking Nade says, this ain't your round, Citizen. This
to Pi. His game does not improve just yet. We are 2 versus 3 at this point in favour of Space Station. 30 seconds to go. Time could play a factor.
Admin always comes down to being that no man's land, I think, where every manner of utility and bullet is thrown in at anyone who dares enter. But as it stands right now, NELO is holding in quite merrily. Doesn't have the C4 on side, but with 20 seconds remaining, I don't think it's all that important at this point. He's watching that rotation off towards Visa Stairs to make it tough for anything to happen. Whiffs the shot zone, doesn't find it. Now he's getting surrounded by 3 as Fultz makes it a triple kill for this round. It's all down to Citizen pushing in down Visa Stairs. Can he find the angle? Gets 1 inside of Visa. Can he find the second before that he gets found on this one as well? Goes for the spray, shuts it down and doesn't die. Citizen cooks just around. Anything else is going on. You heard that EMP grenade get taken out there on the other side, sorry, by the ADS, and now we're going to start seeing a double C4 come through. NELO finds Canadian and Thinking Nade, and SSG's assault has been ground to a halt. Rampy finds 1. He's in a 1 versus 3. It's the guy you would want in this kind of situation to turn it around. Watch it towards Spiral. Not that it matters because NELO is there with a beautiful rotate up after getting that double C4 kill. 3.
Holding downstairs with the potential for vertical denial.
Not
vertical
again.
denial in the form of NELO with another double kill on the Nitro. Stop giving this man the room underneath in order to get them. That is something SSG needs to learn, because NELO's going to keep hitting them. He's going to hit them for a 3rd. Thinking Nade gets himself deep into sight though and gets 1 onto KENDREW. 1 versus 3, however, as Pi gets 1 onto Canadian. Great enough to allow you to hide it, to put it in unexpected locations. Now, what's happening here is we're destroying this softboard to allow KENDREW to get up on top of the ventilation units, and it gives a slightly different angle for the grenade to be thrown in. Now, the place that he's going to try and grenade is in office. We refer to it often as sandwich. We can see it's sandwiched in between those two walls. And thank you, medics. You will quite often get a defender playing in there and just looking to make it difficult to get into office. Now, if you're new to us, because using those C4s you can impact on potential default plant spots, so sometimes it's not always the best idea to leave them alone. You can just attack top floor, leave them down there, cover your flanks with air jabs, gridlocks, with claymores, however you choose to do it. You can cover those flanks off and prevent them getting back upstairs, but it can be attacked vertically. NELO with a great double kill. BOSCHO will make a little bit of a fight of this with the shotgun, gets 2 kills. NELO and SAVES going down, and we know how powerful BOSCHO can be from exactly this position. Navi should be aware of that. He always plays in the small office with the shotgun. Half wall, and that is where he will play the rest of this round now, for good or bad.
55 seconds remaining, and still going to go for it as well. The Ying on side going to go in with those candelas as well. This could flash everything out, but Kenny gets a spray there through being blinded. Doesn't matter if he's in the back corner by himself, still going to make the wonders happen. Rampy finds a kill, but SAVES will trade it back not long after. However, Na'Vi are inside, being shot by that wall because it's so risky to step any further forward. BOSCHO in his favourite little hidey hole here, daring someone to try and push in past him and go for a plant. They're going to try and back in slowly and go for this plant, but they're still being shot. So much health has been lost to this, and out comes a smoke from BOSCHO to deny that one. Tries to get a shotgun blast around the corner, but wasn't quite necessary. Still in the spot though where he has the gadgets and the utility to keep them locked out right now. Na'Vi have got to do something special if they want this to work. KENDREW's going to go for a plant down. The smoke is going to miss. BOSCHO's going to creep out, but he doesn't get any shots onto him. KENDREW's going to make it work. He'll go down, but the diffuser is on the ground. It's a 1 versus 3. SAVES has quite literally got to live up to his name and save this round right now. Goes for the spray, but does not find a kill. 1 versus 3. All starting to push it towards him here as well. One's far closer than anticipated, and SSG will take round number 4. What a war that was over the west wall.
Gaming absolutely immovable as Fultz gets another kill onto KENDREW. NELO low health, Pi low health. 2 versus 3, 2 versus 2 as NELO moves in with a huge double kill, and that might just open the round up, and that is exactly what Navi needed at this point, was an individual piece of brilliance to drag them back into this round.
And this has become the characteristic for them, is those moments of brilliance you speak about. It's what they're known for, with a couple of players popping off at the right moments. For NELO there, I was kind of surprised that no one chose to push down the catwalk and inside of the room itself in towards Archives to make anything happen. There was a lot of focus instead towards the main corridor and through the Maverick holes that we saw. A jump out from BOSCHO with that shotgun once again, brings down Na'Vi's own shotgun player in NELO. Doesn't matter, SSG.
Gets the kill onto KENDREW, and that brings us to 4 versus 4, but this is going to be a bloodbath, make no mistake. 30 seconds left to go, 8 players left on the board. ADS is being burnt, and Space Station, it's time to make a move. SAVES will kill Rampy as he tries to do that. Fultz, however, will trade that out, and that now leaves us 3 versus 3, and this is becoming a war of attrition. But however, that CTZN with a huge double kill exactly when Navi needed it, and that will almost certainly be the round going in their favour. Fultz just dipping away, he's not got the diffuser.
Across the Na'Vi side.
10 seconds left to go, kills trading in either direction. NELO onto BOSCHO, thinking nade onto KENDREW. That leaves us now in a 4 versus 2. Space Station have the men, but do they have the map control? Fultz will get
Hello?
one.
No way!
With a huge double kill just to close out the round there. Forward is the length of time left on the clock when they're looking for that execute, but BOSCHO just moving himself into position on the sandwich window there to take NELO out, just waited for that drone to be challenged, and that was his signal to attack. Great plays from him, leaves us now 4 versus 3, but the big enemy here is going to be the clock. We can see Rampy pushing himself into sight, looking to see if he can get anybody through in the Archives area. SAVES is looking to challenge from behind that bomb, has some cover. BOSCHO onto Pi, thinking nade onto SAVES as he moves out of cover. 4 versus 1, KENDREW downstairs, and a huge task at hand now as Canadian starts to get the diffuser down. The plant will be successful.
No way!
Thinking nade will get the final kill onto KENDREW before that diffuser can go down, and that is going to move Space Station onto match point, but An escape with his life. 3 versus 2 now as Canadian gets a kill onto Pi, and this is going to come down to a last 10-second push. Save steps up with one onto Fultz. Thinking Nade in with the trade though, and the last man goes down. Thinking Nade gets the kill onto NELO. Space Station Gaming have liftoff.
Is that you need them for later into the round? Huxor was playing the opposite end of the map, wrong floor, wrong side of the map, and gets himself tagged. The same thing happens again here with Novice going down to Ysera. It feels like this mid-round is just incredibly weak right now from MIBR. Having seen it just 2 rounds, it's pretty evident they feel a little bit lost in the middle of the round, whereas Giants are the ones being more coordinated, using the drones, isolating members of MIBR, and pulling themselves ahead in kills as a result.
What? I've got to ask the question, what on earth is Novice doing in that position? You can't look to turn your call off from a Dokkaebi call in the doorway of kitchen. Everybody knows that you're exposed from window, you're exposed from single door to service. It is a death trap of a position, and he's just lifted his phone out to clear that off and paid the price. So that puts Giants in the lead at this point. 4 versus 3. Good map control has been gained. They're now starting to push towards site upstairs. They've got luggage clear and they can move into Aquarium potentially. Bullet is all that stands between Giants and having all the control that they need to start pushing onto site and thinking about getting the diffuser down. They will find his location with a drone. Potential for a C4 toss coming out here towards Ysera. He moves away and no damage is done. And how's about that from aggression from Jordan? Moving in and just dealing directly with Bullet there.
Probably expected him to be on cams off the back of that C4 to see if anyone was going to try and make a push, but Jordan charges in with the SMG and finds himself a super easy kill. Cyber gets himself tagged down a little bit by that grenade, not enough to kill him, of course, only losing about 20 HP in the process. That does put them in a 2 versus 4, mind you. Make that a 1 versus 4, and you can see why Aerowolf have upset some teams recently. This is looking extremely good. 3 versus 3, and he'll find you 2 kills. Got to say, in the middle of that, I think I called him Lunar Mental, and I was going to say, with how he's playing, yeah, it's a pretty fair one to say. The guy's been playing pretty well so far today. Admittedly, hasn't been the strongest showing for him, should we say, but there have been rounds where his presence has definitely been felt, and I believe he's also the IGL of this team.
And that's always, you know, that's always something that's worth noting, because if you're IGLing, you're trying to keep a track of what all 5 players are doing at the same time as playing your own game. It's certainly not an easy task, and it can easily take people's focus away. So when they have such a great game, you've got to give an extra little notch of credit onto that. M-King coming in with a very important kill for MIBR there. It's now 1 versus 2, and shots are raining in. No way! Look at moving through, he's got an angle on there. We can see the disruption coming in now. Hysterics with a kill onto Bullet, but Hugzord moves in amongst that smoke grenade, providing him cover, and that will be the diffuser going down. Out comes the nitro toss, but it will not be successful, and that is the diffuser down. So now 45 seconds for MIBR to
No way!
keep this, and there is the Claymore kill. Well positioned from MIBR, a great post plant there. 4 versus 4, we can see the defenders just moving.
That is so irritating.
There.
You throw the Prisma outside, you get the constant notification there's an enemy outside, and you're just like, please. It is really tilting in rank games. I can't imagine how annoying it is to have this on your screen the whole round. Enemy outside. There's a ping on your screen saying either outside, identity unknown. It's like, please, stop.
That's it, and at this point, if MIBR choose that they want to get rid of that, it's going to force them all the way over to DJ Booth. And as you can see, Ysera just using that as bait, potentially, for anybody who comes on the rappel to try and clear that Prisma away and to try and get rid of that message. We see it on board, have done quite a lot as well. G2 using that technique earlier. Speakeasy will get a kill onto Cyber and a second onto Novice. Speakeasy doing huge jobs for Giants now, and that brings us to 4 versus 2. Giants staking a real claim for this map here. They want to take Coastline, they want to take MIBR onto their map choice with an advantage, and they want to take this match here and now.
Ysera has to do nothing but wait here as well. He's got the intel from the shield. They know where he is, and this is his weakness right now, but the flank comes in. The intel from his team is there. Beautiful coordination. This is everything coming together for Giants. Everything they've been working towards on this map is about to result in them going to 7 the whole time.
30 seconds to go. Luna Metal and Ysera moving their way through Penthouse, Hall of Fame, and into VIP. They have the line of sight that I was speaking about earlier that allows them to get a view onto bar. Hugzord just deploying those toxic babes.
Oh, what are they
with
doing?
a huge
What are they
kill
doing?
for MIBR, and Luna Metal and Isera just walk into no man's land and lose their lives for the pleasure. Hugzord finishes things off.
Attacker on defense and gets himself tagged down. Got to see that improve in this round especially, because it is this last crucial round which can mean so much to them in terms of how the rest of this might yet pan out.
You've got to remember that 15 rounds for these teams is a lot of mental pressure to play under. Hugzord coming in with a big first kill onto Jordan there, getting MIBR that early advantage, and it could be all the man advantage they need to allow them a bit more freedom to start looking towards sight and getting kills like that. Novice onto Hysterics. Aquarium control is gained. Dockerby calls raining in. The pressure is mounting on Giants Gaming. Things are becoming very difficult and very uncomfortable for them now. Speakeasy playing in behind the bar, but we can see Hugzord has got a tight angle on the upside down repel double window. We can see Speakeasy stepping out, looking to play shots there. Hugzord will make a challenge onto him. He needs to do a better job of preventing the Jaeger coming out from behind bar, but Bullet gets himself one onto Isera, and this round is coming towards a crescendo as M-King and Hugzord finish things.
Just super safe and super protected, but we're seeing exactly what we saw coming out of Na'Vi earlier on. 5-man stack is coming charging its way down through Dirt Tunnel right now. Let's see if the anticipation is there from the defenders.
The Jackal track there has probably actually given away the location, because that player is likely to know that he's only been into Dirt Tunnel, but Cyber will get the first kill onto Hysterics to open things up. All guns aimed in that direction now. M-King will lose his life as he charges in, as will Bullet, as will Hugzord, Novice, and surely Cyber will follow. He gets the first headshot that he needs of 4, but
And put this game to bed.
5 versus 3 now. They've certainly got the man advantage that they need. Hysterics looking to put pressure onto the garage door there as the Bandit. He's got a great weapon, but he won't be able to bring it to bear as Novice gets the kill onto him. That's with a great headshot. MIBR looking to get themselves into the winner's bracket by the end of this round. 1 minute left to go, and they are 5 versus 2 now. Jordan and Luna Metal are about to feel some serious pressure coming down on them as MIBR push towards the site. Luna Metal now on half health.
It's party.
Jordan on no health as Bullet gets the kill, and there we
Repel was the thing that really stood out to me as Liquid just keeps taking the words right out of my mouth. The last exothermic charge being used on Pillar's wall to open up another line of sight into reading.
Actually not even going to use that line of sight at the moment here. Both Moringa and Sexy Cake just pushing directly into the library. A bit of misdirection, and it seems like it might have actually worked because they're planning completely unawares to NIP's presence right now. Goes onto the ground, rotates her on the way in. Moringa trying to watch out for presence from above here as he still has a couple of those skeleton ski shots left, actually quite a few of them, which once again raises the question, why did we use the exothermic on the ground? But we'll come back to that later. Anyway, the hold right now seeming solid for Liquid in the post plant. Moringa just in a bit of a hot spot if he gets pushed from the top side. Psycho jumping down, but both players the first one used, so there should still be plenty more to delay. The only problem that's going to surface here for Kamikaze and trying to block it out is if the push comes in from multiple angles. Right now, though, it seems it is, for the most part, being pressured from the breach. It's been opened on the wall. PSK is also going to try to push the prep kitchen door. Smoke Grenade is tossed out, but it doesn't block the exact position I think they wanted it to. Paul and Pino is going to trade. Nesk with another one, though. The gunfight's being won by Liquid, and Nesk just shutting it down with 3 back-to-back-to-back. Take a look at this, folks. Right at the end of the round, they line right up for him.
Actually surprised that they have picked up the GOYO even though the Jaeger's banned, and they're the ones who banned it out as well. I figured they'd have some different ideas than how they wanted to strategize without those shields, but he's still in play.
Drone going to work his way forward and isolate out Paula. And in a second, he's got pressure coming from multiple directions here, so we'll have to be very careful about the remaining Whitehall control. He's looking to posture C4, getting thrown into the right spot, but he's taken down before he can press the trigger on it, so MOZZIE claims the kill instead. Another C4, but as you can see from the silhouettes, there's nothing on the other side of that one. He's going to have to hope he can utilize that later on in the round. In the meantime, Nesk just trying to delay this push from the player on the White Stairs Repel. He moves in, trying to look for intel, but ends up peeking wide into it off of the upside down Repel, giving the kill over to Nesk. However, Psycho pushing those White Stairs gets not only the trade, but an additional one on top of that. Sexy Cake will try and hold.
Jaeger ban.
Great opening defense, though, from Liquid. Active defense, you could even call it right there. And in the meantime, Psycho's still kind of no longer got any time for the shield. He's just here to frag at this point. Another Pokeball.
Oh, it downed him!
Oh, no! And then the smoke finishes off the Montaigne. That's the end of the round. Certainly not the most straightforward one that you'd see, but he ends up walking back, and apparently
this time as Nest goes for a rotate with Bandit, but they know exactly where the Valkyrie is, and that's going to be Psycho holding the angle of PSK.
oh boy.
Wow.
Bamboozled in a nutshell.
Kill. That was a bait and a half from Liquid to get that kill onto the Buck.
Nicely done. They knew they had the Valkyrie locked down in that position, so hey, just send another player in. He's not going to watch that.
What
Cake.
is that?
What a transfer! First victim is MOZZIE, followed up quickly by Kamikaze on the spray, and NIP is left stunted. A little bit more secure for this team, relying almost primarily on drone work in order to get them the intel and try and force players out of position at a minimum. At a worst case, just get intel about to push themselves. Moringa, it works out well for him. Unfortunately, he ends up on top of a GOYO shield, which is blown up by Kamikaze seconds later. Pino finds himself a second kill on the round in order to eliminate Paula. In the meantime, players trying to rotate in from red. We've got Sexy Cake trying to pull off a sneak maneuver here, but it does not pan out. Other players just jump right out to take out the last man standing, and that is going to be NIP claiming control of map number 2 in the series. Oh, nice spot out, though. Quick little hard ping from the drone. Tries to go for the second one, but Psycho beats him to the punch on the rotate, although at a heavy cost to his own HP. In the meantime here, we are going to see a nice move from the Sexy Cake. Not only is he going to be able to get that wall open, but it should destroy the castle barricade too, giving them full freedom of movement here. In the meantime, though, the second castle barricade will be opened up to a surprise of Julio on the other side of it. Julio, excuse me, as he takes down PSK. And in the meantime, Plant going down on top of the table to avoid any nitro cells. Paula will take out Psycho as the traded kill is found from the earlier lost teammate. There's the nitro cell attempt, but like I said, it's a miss. The player who did the planting is long gone. Kamikaze and Julio are the last players left in the fight now. At least one of them trying to rotate up through Spiral, the other through Yellow. One is more than likely going to be caught out here by Moringa as he's holding into that angle. Second one could have gone down as well, but doesn't catch him in time. Kamikaze gets the trade, but now sits alone, surrounded by the 2 remaining players on Team Liquid.
But you get what I'm saying.
Paula is going to air jab off those Visa stairs leading down into Archives. Second one also positioned that they can hold full control of Tellers and the Visa side entrance. No follow-up from Paula or anyone else on Liquid yet to try and move downstairs. It does seem as though the overall strategy this time from Liquid is going to be potentially to split push this when you consider the air jab investment so they can have full control over those stairs. In the meantime, Nesk trying his best to hunt down Pino. He can't safely rotate down, so with the bull in the corner, you're going to get the horns, unfortunately. Pino swings back out, finds the kill onto Nesk. Got a heavy call, to Pino's own HP, but Paula also caught. The air jab, in all honesty, is not going to matter now. As he's able to walk back in, he can still actually hold Tellers, and he's going to take the risk on it.
Still good offensive setup here. Some information game in towards Tellers as Moringa's working the angle. Saw the head once again, but he could get some help from benches if it's swung by Ninjas in Pajamas. But it's not. A prone angle picked up from Pino. So smart. Pushes it to the triple kill instead. Make it a quad. Have a day. But no, it's Julia.
Probably iced out the player on the inside of the bathroom. The wall's open up so slightly. Oh, it's just off the mark for the angle. He needed to get the kill. He did even connect a couple of shots on a Moringa, but just not able to find the kill itself. Nesk is swinging with some help. The nade going over the top. This should force the move for Moringa now. Getting out. It's actually, no, it's Nesk, excuse me, in that position that takes him down. Moringa had the missed call there from before, so apologies for that. And now Pino and the rest of the team are going to be free to move forward, taking control of that bathroom.
Well, Ninjas in Pajamas making quick work at the floor. Now a little reconstructive surgery inside of Piano will open up plenty of lines of sight, plenty of time remaining as well to burn a lot of utility. Mira set up for Team Liquid downstairs inside of the kitchen as well as security, but everyone else is downstairs as well now too. Ninjas in Pajamas do not have to worry about a roam game, and it's definitely something that they can breathe easy on. Pino establishing some more angles with that skeleton key as he continues to work these. Again, opening up some more flooring here as it's actually pretty slow going. Kamikaze's worked his way down to the garage now. It looks like they're ready for a no-holds-barred take here as they've worked somebody downstairs. Pino with a triple actually on the round. Julio to clean up the last one with a knife kill. And Ninjas in pajamas, specifically Bob, firing on all cylinders.
Surgical execute once again. From
okay.
What happened there?
6-inch blade never loses.
Best way to do it is just let's replay it.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can. I think there's no way that you can say with any certainty.
What? Where did it even hit?
It hit the.
I didn't even, it still seemed like it didn't hit anything. Oh, a run out from Canadian and he's gone. So this is a hard opposite of what we saw last round.
And I mean, this is. You got to expect this. You know, Canadian decides to. I'm assuming this is the mental gamesmanship that happens. Is they say to themselves, okay, well, there's no way, you know, Canadian's going to do this again. He got caught. He's not going to roam upstairs. He's not going to be as aggressive as he was. We have him watched. But then Canadian goes, they're not going to expect me to do this a second time. And then they're like, we're going to expect him to do it a second time. So opening pick, in this case, goes to TSM. That is a mirror of what happened and the opposite of what happened previously.
Yeah.
And for it, unfortunately, if you were a fan of SSG, things will now get worse, as Rampy, who was roaming upstairs, is also taken out this time by Bolo, the 2 opening picks for his team.
He's been having a good performance in this tournament thus far, and now in this map, he's doing well. That hole that's just been opened up there by the Buck of Achieved is going to be to you flank watch on the Visa staircase. You can just shoot someone as they try to ascend from the defense. That was a missed opportunity from Achieved, but he did, I think, a little bit of damage to Thinking Nade and scared him off, forced him back into the bathroom. This is a typical position for a roamer on the middle floor when a basement is being defended to hold. And the cool thing about it is that Thinking Nade, when he wants to, can fall back. Here's the exothermic charge, placed low to avoid impact tricking. The wall wasn't prepped and there was no one to impact this time. So the wall gets opened up. That's because Canadian died out earlier. Mute jammers are still there, so it's hard to drone out to determine if it's actually clear, but they've got the job done. Bathroom clear, top floor clear, 2-man advantage, TSM soundly in the driver's seat now that they know what to expect from SSG. I'll be honest, I really am surprised that SSG didn't try to change something about how they defended this based on the fact that it was given away in the first round and there was a solid 5 minutes for TSM to talk about it.
I mean, they did kind of change things though, right? Canadian taking aggressive inside of admin instead just simply went for a jump out. I don't think they were expecting somebody to be watching from that angle, and then Rampy was also roaming very aggressively upstairs rather than playing closer to the site. There's another for TSM. It's Merc's kill this time. He's got some work to do, given his performance yesterday, and wasn't exactly shouldering the same amount of weight that you're expecting. His back turned to Merc, down goes Thinking Nade, and Bosco in a 1v5. From what could have been a certain defeat to a flawless round, impressive stuff by TSM.
Gas canisters. Bosco's going to get Achieved. That's a really good pick there from Bosco, and he persists inside of Meeting. That's a second one, both of them on the balcony. Bosco is currently the MVP for his team, as he has managed to hold on to Meeting, which again, I really have to stress how hard it is to hold that position.
And especially from the balcony, where both of those kills from Bosco came in. Now you've got Merc and Geo stacked up on the top of Visa stairs. Merc has been repositioned. Nobody is bothering to push on over to deal with Bosco, so they're just going to negate him for right now. A lot of North American teams refer to that as Bosco's spot, and well, he's showing exactly why. The final push now here in round number 2. As TSM starred for drones, not a ton of information as you can see. And they're just going to walk on in blind. Geo's back to the default cam. He'll hunt down below to see where Canadian is, who spots him, but he puts the cardiac sensor away. These were once teammates. But Geo realizes the jig is up. 2 kills for TSM as they burst into the site. Bosco flushed out. Rampy 2, Bolo with 3 kills. Oh my word! And it's Canadian down below, isolated. He'll walk right into Geo and he wins the fight, but he will have to find the diffuser. He doesn't have the nitro cell available. He will mistime it. They'll be able to get out of there very effectively. Bad timing for Canadian. He sees one on drone, softens up the floor, but this is an almost unwinnable task for him. I can't believe how TSM was just able to bulldoze their way into the site. This retake from Canadian will be tough. Bolo's on only a tiny bit of HP. Down goes Merc. Bolo's one shot away. Will Canadian clutch?
My God!
No way he pulls that off, and the diffuser is his. He knows he has plenty of time. And I'd imagine you got to be pumped with that one. He'll start to defuse, and SSG manages to save the round. Almost unwinnable, I say. Well, he proves me wrong. Second round goes to SSG.
I can hear. Wasn't ready to take that fight.
Almost every operator, with the exception of the GOYO that we saw from Canadian, Bolo has been doing his job to hunt down the Pulse and the Vigil all the time. So if you are Canadian, maybe see a bit of a change. And Evil Eye is gone. Geo doing his utility work. There's no real hole in the strategy from TSM here. Obviously, this is their map. Diffuser gets planted. All beknownst to SSG. 9 people still alive.
There's nobody playing around CEO. No information gathering tools, it seems. Just so much dealt with there from TSM, and they took the opportunity. Merc gets Thinking Nade, who is trying to retake the site above. Bosco on low HP, he has to do the same. A run out from Fultz will net 1 kill into Merc, but that just opens up Connector, nothing else. Bolo gets Fultz, so there's a response there. And Rampy goes down, leaving just Bosco on about 20 HP to get 4 kills and defuse, or disable rather, in 11 seconds. He gets 1, and TSM locks out that round. So there's nobody watching CEO now? I want to see what SSG's faces look like, because I mean, that's
There they are.
Yeah, there they are.
Third flawless round here from Space Station. Well, the spread for TSM, it's not too bad. You've got the MOZZIE of Achieve playing very far off site, and then Pojo and Geo to just kind of anchor things down.
We'll see if they can make that work, though. There's a lot of utility for TSM, so a lot of potential to deny the plant. Here come the Okai drones. There's only 1 detonated there from Pojo, as he's able to deny, like they said, the 1 time. But the guns are coming alive for TSM. They get 2 kills before Geo is finished off. Achieved will take care of the player upstairs, leaving just 2 players downstairs. And now there's vertical pressure for TSM, which means that SSG has to rush into the site. They go for the push into kitchen, and Canadian will trade, leaving just Thinking Nade. He's got to pick up that diffuser and go for the plant. Achieved has to time this perfectly. Thinking Nade will be exposed for 2 seconds, but it doesn't look like Achieved realizes this. He doesn't even know where the plant happened. He'll see the enemy and land the shot. There it is. Achieved with the 1v1 clutch and the disable.
What a beautiful, beautiful flick from Achieve. You need to be able to break this round open, because the longer it seems to go down, the more it's going to weigh on them, and the more TSM have ideally set themselves up to be able to hold things off. There's a little hole poked in the wall at the top of Visa stairs. That's by the ex-Kairos of Canadian. You can see right there. So that means that anybody that's going to push on over from Visa, or anybody at the top of the projector, well, they're going to get spotted out if somebody plays inside of admin. But SSG maneuvers over. Another piece of the puzzle for SSG, but it's destroyed and upended by Merc. Down below with the C4. And SSG will trail. Opening pick for TSM is crucial, especially when the match is on the line. Final 40 seconds, good time for a logic bomb, and it's going to be an all-out punishing take from SSG. Fultz starts things off. On to Pojo Man, still on Repel. Watching that connector window, but you're not going to get anything from Achieved. A sneaky angle from the Vigil as Diffuser gets juggled back and forth. Still inside of main lobby. There's the logic bomb, but Merc dealing significant damage to Fultz. Both very, very low. He'll lose the fight. Bolo peeks now, and Fultz has no idea what's happening next. So the 3 remaining members of SSG make that 2, try to push on in, make that 1. It's Bosco against the world with the match in TSM's hands. And they'll close it out. 7-3 on their map, proving why Consulate has long been one of TSM's most formed. Canadian goes for the plant. There's the Valkyrie from below. And yeet! That's the round for TSM.
9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9,
will be in his hands. C4 from Geo catches Rampy above. No more Reign of Terror from the Sledge. But still, if they just bleed out on trades, SSG will be much better position. You've also got the MOZZIE Bolo playing over by the front desk towards Tellers. He's low on HP, so one bullet will be his undoing as he gets flashed temporarily. X-Kairos will give away close to his position. Very narrowly missing out. Great patience here from Bolo. Is he going to be able to capitalize off of this? The Maverick of Bosco is so close, finds Geo. Bolo pops up. 1, 2, but Diffuser still goes down. Bolo pulls out the super shorty, 2 kills. He's so close to getting them all. Fultz is behind him. A mark and then a flash as Fultz will circle around, but the bigger issue for Bolo is that timer. They've set the clock now. Bolo unable to hit the shots. He just drags a little too slow. Fultz hangs on. And it's enough for SSG to grow their lead.
Yes. SSG's plenty capable of taking 20 seconds in a 5v5 and turning it into a round win. They've proven that time and time again. We'll see if they can do it one more time. They're pushing into server. POJOman's going to try and slow this take down using his gas canisters. That's his last one. It goes out at the 35-second mark. He'll try to hold on to the drop down. The gas canister will mean there's only one way for the attackers to get in here. A wild peek there from Pojo, but he had to dodge the nade. He comes back and gets killed by the nade. Well, downed by it, finished off by Canadian. Geo will get Rampy, though, who had dropped into server using that mirror window, which is going to be a big advantage for the defense. The counter to the mirror window is going to be the players inside of Garage, but there's just not enough time for SSG to play around that. False goes for a rush. He's going to try and challenge Red, but Canadian actually gets the player who was on that window. What a shot from False! And Thinking Nade gets the last kill. SSG will take that round confidently in the half, 5-1.
TSM burned their timeout after the 3rd round, so make you exceptionally vulnerable. And there's a member of SSG watching. It's Bosco. Geo beheads him. Waiting to see if anybody from SSG can pop on up. Merc planting, Geo covering. It's 3 members of SSG who seem none the wiser. Geo's position is given away. And there goes Rampy. So this round might not be over. Not yet. There's a ping! Merc gets traded out, so it's Geo in a 1v1 against Thinking Nade. Is he going to be able to get him? Lots of damage being done through the cubicles as Geo scrambles to get out of that site as best as he can. Thinking Nade knows the diffuser is down. Will he try to draw out Geo? Yes, he will. Attempting the counter defuse. Geo goes on in. He manages to shake Thinking Nade off of it, but they will dance as best they can. Is there still a C4 for Thinking Nade? Hatch from above. There goes the C4. It'll miss. Time running out. You've only got 5 seconds, Thinking Nade. Geo just needs to hang on. He knows it. This will have to be stuck by Thinking Nade, but Geo will drop. He sees the head, and he finishes him off. That will not be it for this matchup. TSM manages to take a 4v2 and make it a 0v2, and then a 0v1. Really impeccable play there by Geo, and TSM will now take a 2nd round in a row. With TSM, they cannot relinquish the momentum that they had before the side swap.
Geo certainly put that round on his shoulders and carried it all the way.
Canadian misses shots on that shotgun. Look at how much damage he did to Merc. Virtually 0. Bosco slaps down POJOman down below as both members of SSG on that top floor are removed from action. Now Fultz is gone as well. TSM with a very large upper hand in this round, even though it achieved is on such low HP. So now Bosco will rotate on up. This cannot be a top floor retake from SSG. No, it is not. Thinking Nade down below, he's the only one on site as everybody else on SSG are dead. Waiting for somebody to go for the plan as Pojo is down, diffuser's in the hands of Geo. Return to the site from Bosco. Thinking Nade is there, and it's now very winnable. And they'll have to confront a mirror window at the same process. There's another for Bosco, and it's Merc lying prone on the ground with no time. Somehow manages to win this space station. My goodness. I don't understand how they just managed to do that as TSM...
Seconds faster on the attack from TSM than the last time we were here.
Very, very well played by TSM. And they are making no mistake about how they want to attack the site. The real question is going to be, are they able to flush somebody out? There's the logic bomb. Canadian has the barrel of the shotgun as he lies prone on lumber, watching the top of White Stairs and the end of White Hallway. and Canadian will lose the fight to Merc. Merc doesn't even take a single point of damage. There's one for Pojo Man too, and TSM are being absolutely brutal and so methodical in how they're taking this. They know where every single member of SSG is, and they are beautifully counter-stratting this setup that seemed to get under the skin of TSM. Bosco had hesitated to get up top before, but now he's up there. He sees the buck, but that's it for the round. TSM nearly flawless were it not for Bosco. That's how you take a timeout at this point. It sets his team at a bit of a disadvantage, but it's nothing that TSM can't handle, and especially with the setup, they are obviously very prepared to battle back. Geo will start it off, but then Pojo is gone to Rampy, so if you trade out, Space Station holds that advantage for the rest of the round.
This has been one of the quickest attacks we've seen so far on Cafe. There's still 40 seconds left for SSG to execute here. This nade is likely to land and get the kill onto Achieved. It will. There you go. SSG now have a significant man advantage, 4-2. Bolo's trying to work his way back into the round. He'll get air jabbed on his way up the white stairs. His position well known to the enemy, and the cross is covered, but he won't die. And just to get his way back to the site. Geo has a lot on his shoulders. Is he the only one who is going to be able to deny a plant right now? Reminder, this is mining. Mark's coming out into the red hallway. That one reinforcement actually working for Geo. He sees the planter and lands the shot. That's the third kill for Geo. It's all on Rampy now. Bolo can cover, but he's not there right now. He's got to work it into a 1v1 now, as Bolo has to challenge onto the red stairs. Now make that above, as the buck is opening up above the 30 seconds left on that diffuser. Rampy, all he needs to do is wait. Bolo has really no choice, no chance. There's a drone on him right now. Mark's coming out. So little HP, so little time, and Bolo cannot win this round. Rampy, an excellent clutch in the 1v1, and all he needs to do is wait it out. Success. SSG will win. Allowed to land his nades and his skeleton keys, then TSM is gonna struggle.
Yeah, so we'll get very, very rough for them. Is that a toxic canister, or is that a smoke grenade that gets tossed out?
There it is.
Rampy needs to die, you say, but it will be Pojo Man, rather, at the hands of Rampy that is punished and removed from action. Unideal to lose a... Well, it's not the smoke, it's the mute at minimum. Still likely has a nitro cell in play. There goes another, down to Merc. Now the smoke is gone, as Canadian is on Repel, and this is a chokehold that SSG has. An upside down Repel will be Geo's undoing if SSG is just a bit patient. 40 seconds and all the bottles will rattle in the bar back store as Geo has his back to the casing. He'll just be watching below. Down goes Bolo and the walls are starting to fall on in. There's a smoke as Achieved will come in. Nearly a flawless round. Will that be the exclamation point? Diffuser going down right in front of Geo. Canadian typing away, and it is indeed a flawless...
So Pojo Man was trying to get some of those Excaros to deny a rotation hole there, but I think he's unsuccessful. It looks like the rotation hole is completed. SSG also are going to be moving their way over towards pillars. There's a whole minute left, so there's not a lot of worry here for SSG. Oh, what a flank though from Merc. He gets one, but can't get the second. Faults on the entry will get Pojo Man and has made it into reading. It's a really powerful position. He'll be playing by the couch or sofa, some like to call it. This is a really strong spot. He's also got the shield to help his flank. Rampy is also there to hold on to that Jaeger, who somehow is still alive. Fultz eats a lot of damage from the MPX, but still somehow wins the fight against Bolo. Rampy shuts down Merc. The Jaeger in open. Geo with the gas canister to try and slow down the push. Fultz was picking himself up, but Achieved will secure the kill with the C4. So a 2v3. This is doable for TSM, especially with the last 20 seconds and closing in. But it's looking really good for SSG. An aggressive play here will be caught by the nade. Geo will go down to that. Beautiful job there from Rampy. It's now all on Achieved in the 1v3. He's focused on the breach, but that's not where this is from. There's one, not the second. The reload's in. The plant coming down right now. It needs to be denied, but no, it's actually a full fight, and it'll be SSG on that full fight to take the...
Line can definitely help you with executes or just trying to get any sort of pressure on site. You know, obviously with EE1Ds on Lion, it does have a little bit of a higher effect because people really can't move. Unlike Save's hand that makes a nice micro adjustment, takes out Rise on the hookah window. So Navi already starting off with the opening kill.
It's Rise, once again, the player that we talked quite a bit about in the pregame here. He's one of the pivotal players for Rogue yesterday. This round, though, tries to go for an aggro peek out that hookah window. Gets his just desserts for that. Only manages to clip off about 25 damage on the save as well in the process, so not much sent in return for it. And also, a massive amount of utility. Great nade. Goes into the corner.
So smart.
Ace in the hole on Hicks. Bye-bye to another member of Rogue as Navi are dominating the early round once again.
Saves with a great call for an EE1D and a free kill in the best of fashions with frag grenades. Kill that Jaeger. It always feels so good when you get a Jaeger that does not have an ADS next to him. So now Na'Vi ahead by 2 in man count for round 4. They already have the rappel on the western side, so worried about double window, but that means that they have to be worried about any possibility of someone going downstairs into Sunrise. And that's exactly where Aces is. If he's able to get over to the couch window, he can possibly get himself a free kill, but Na'Vi has already vacated the premises. Pi's rotated over to Aqua Balcony to assist KENDREW. NELO's downstairs inside of security. CTZN is rotating through luggage currently to assist his team, but soon falls off towards 90.
Rip's having to be very careful about his position right now. Just trying to play behind the bomb chassis. Nearly would have given him away if the player from Na'Vi was in an appropriate position for it. Thankfully, was not the case at the time. Another nade goes in, though. Man. Another nade kill going in the direction of Saves specifically. That's 2 on the round for these guys. As Na'Vi now 3 kills in their favor, and they barely set a foot in the building. It's all been aggression from Rogue or just well-placed utility. And oh my god, Saves just executes.
Service area, upside down rappel for Pi now on the service door. Frag grenade pours into kitchen, might get himself a kill. Saves have been so damn good with these frag grenades today. That's 3 for him with just frags.
Just 2 to 3 rounds as well, so beautiful work on the buck here throughout this half from Saves. You have to give him credit for it. Pile on that upside down rappel finally meets a mark as well as he's able to eliminate Rise, who's been a huge thorn in the side here for Na'Vi. But now that role's going to shift, and they don't expect the run out to follow that up. Aces quickly gets himself a second over to the shotty just in case anyone else is hiding out here. Not going to be the case. He quickly jumps behind the desk. Now NELO might expect that, but the problem is he still has another player to find as well, hiding further into the bathroom. He's going to hear the nitro cell, but he still can't get away from it in time. Trying to exercise and posture up for a large amount of top control. However, as you can see, as soon as they get over towards Cool Vibes, that's when the fight is going to begin. You've got a 3-man stack spread between Cool Vibes and a Hookah on the bottom and top levels. Look at this walkout here. Perfect position from Aces. No one is watching the 90 corner, so he just gets away with a double kill. Saves is going to be able to trade one of the kills back on the Corey, taking out the Twitch push, but then Saves finds a second onto Rise as well. However, the Nook's still going to find massive damage. Ace moves in onto the Deagle for a second kill, trying to find that player up on top, but is unable to lock it down. Rips, however, helps him out. Finally eliminates Saves, who's been doing massive damage this round, bringing us into a 3v1. KENDREW is left alone against the world as he has to try and stop the rest of this Rogue push. It's not gonna work out. Anyway, so his job in terms of utility is more than likely completed. We've only been able to get 1 to 2 more before the end of the round. Another player walking right into the face of Aces as he jumps in, but Corey also getting the assist. Rise will be lost in the aggression in towards the lobby. If we saw it from Rogue, oh, what? CTZN on the vigil going unscouted by drones, I would have to assume, leaps out from the outside balcony over towards Aqua and manages to get himself 2 important kills against both Rise and Rips to stunt the numbers from Rogue. That's looking good for Na'Vi as they're trying to take swift control of this map 7-5 and avoid OT. Right now they are on the path to doing that. CTZN even surviving that. The buddy system failing Rogue as both players are dead.
Well, the good deal is that Aces is still alive. Bad news bears, though. Rise and Rips' drones are dead, so that's going to mean a lot for that drone economy. Now Rogue has to make big plays in order to stay alive. It is map point for Na'Vi on Rogue's map pick, so this could mean everything right now. This could be a 2-0 going Na'Vi's favor if things do not change. They're set up right now to try and go for a full map clear again. They have Aces inside of the bathroom, but they need these earlier picks. He knows somebody has to be in security. Aces, 200 IQ, but oh no! I'm going to assume CTZN heard the pin get pulled even at that distance and chose to rotate away, knowing that more than likely somebody's going to frag security door. It was the only area that he could be. What a smart mirror! It's a soft mirror to watch white, and it's going to be a perfect round for Na'Vi! Oh! But a nice flick from him. He's got another one to tee up, and no! Rise shuts him down inside of offices. Pi down into 1 versus 3, quickly making it a 1 versus 2 as he takes down Rise inside of office as well. Last two inside of the long hallway towards 90. Diffusers currently down inside of offices. Free fires, but he has two. This MPX not working out too well just yet, but Pi picks one up with a Nitro Cell. That's Corey to die. Down into the 1 versus 1. Pi not very much HP going up against Hicks with that C8. It's going to be very troublesome, but he does get the diffuser. Hicks now can rotate back through 90, going towards Beepers, hops into Mini. You can see him through the wall. They have the info though. Pi pre-fires. Hicks goes for the plant now inside of Mini, right behind the bomb chassis. Pi dancing back and forth inside of offices. He's going to get chowned. Pi down to the absolute bare minimum of health now as he trails Hicks through the wall. Goes into archives. Hicks now sticking the plant, getting aggro. He fakes it out once again. Goes for the Brood! And Pi! Oh my! The 1 versus 3! And that's what happens when you shift where your head is. Pi is such an upstanding play for Na'Vi.
Pi with some phenomenal play there.
But hasn't found one just yet. He's in not a very safe space, tries to go for the peek into 90, but Corey gets him from behind on the triple wall inside of offices. All of a sudden, Rogue is firing ahead as Corey pushes it for the double, and all it's left down to now is KENDREW and NELO.
Na'Vi getting a little bit over-aggressive, in my opinion, with the way that they're swinging out here, especially that kill that we caught on camera right there. NELO is going to be able to trade one back, but it's a small gesture, only bringing it down to a 2v4 at this point in the round. KENDREW, though, with a nice defining kill here, as he's able to pick up the next one to eliminate Rise. He does have a drone on him. It's slightly to the right of that bomb chassis. He hasn't been able to eliminate it just yet. The good news, though, he still has support from NELO, who's in a much safer position, and that's good for the smoke. Capability to toss out hopefully all 3 of those gas grenades and delay this indefinitely. And indeed, all 3 are still available, or at least were still available. He's got 2 now after the first one is faded.
This is when we need to see Hicks as well as Rips step up here. We need to see some entry fragging going on, and that's the main issue. Rise and Aces are dead. Those are the 2 that usually get those opening kills. Oh. We're going to see Rips working his way in now, and a nicely placed grenade from Hicks cleans up KENDREW. Rogue equalizes for an equal split across this. Wow, that is the most unlucky grenade I have ever seen anyone get killed from.
He rotated back up. He could catch Citizen off. Rips finally tries to re-aggress at the western wall, but just gets picked off by Pi.
Oh no. Hicks expends 2 smokes. That means that they're going to have time at the end of the round. Oh no, they each denied 2 seconds. I don't know why he burnt 2 and he burst to the 3rd early. Oh my, a swing into the Mini from Sandwich by KENDREW with the SMG-11. It's only up to Rise now. He's on to a double for the round. KENDREW cleans up Hicks with the sledgehammer, but now we're into post-plan in a 1 versus 3. This is not how things are supposed to go. Rise with a triple now. He has to ace out. What a pre-fire. Does he know where the last is though? Rotates towards metal, and that's exactly where NELO is to shut him down. A nice quad by Rise. Experienced this one time before, my friend.
It's MOZZIE Noir, right, apparently, because it's got the hexagon playover.
This is, the future is now, old man. That's what this is. So, all of Na'Vi are squared up for a tussle here at the Armory wall, and I mean absolutely everyone. Citizen gets our first kill onto Aces. That's going to be very important. Rips gets down by a Goyo shield, fighting fire with fire. They're going to fight backs against them. A quick sprint through, but Hicks is going to get a double kill with a Nitro Cell to actually equalize here. Diffuser's now in no man's land inside of Armory. Going to pop a shield, but pre-fires towards Curve. They know where one man is. That's going to be Hicks. It's currently locked down, but he shifts over to go for a gunfight. Pi takes out one, NELO takes out another, but it's going to be a trade down to the 2 versus 1 for the last remaining member of Rogue to try and stave off Na'Vi getting a map and match point. It's down to Corey. He's currently 4-4 in the round with 1 plant, but he's playing the Jaeger now with the 416C. Recently got a nerf for a little bit of damage, but it's still a damn good rifle when it comes down to these clutches. The only issue is now, though, is he's going to have to deal with Citizen. He gets NELO, but now they know where he is. Corey's not going to make a move. This might just be a pre-fire for Citizen if this comp comes through. It doesn't even happen, though. Corey doesn't even have to move.
There, Mick. Wait, you're not Mickey. What the fuck?